This weekend, the MSA British Rallycross Championship hits South Wales. We're back at Pembrey for a crucial weekend. It's a double header, with the circuit being run clockwise on one day, anti-clockwise on the other. Last time out, we were at the spiritual home of British Rallycross at Liddon Hill in Kent, where Warren Scott, former superbike racer, touring car racer and current touring car team owner, took a maiden Rallycross supercar final win. And he did it in style, battling his way through to the front despite having problems at the start of the day. Ollie O'Donovan had a series of punctures that blighted his day and his championship hopes. But with Julian Godfrey scoring well, he's the man in form in the championship, as Ollie Bennett battled hard with Nathan Heathcote in their duel for second place. So coming to Pembrey, Julian Godfrey leads the championship, but only just. He's only a point up on Ollie Bennett. Ollie O'Donovan third ahead of Kevin Proctor, Nathan Heathcote and Mad Mark Watson. This weekend at Pembrey, 2 rounds, and today we're running anti-clockwise. 5 right-hand corners, 7 left, and there's the Joker lap as well, and it's different on this configuration from the other way round. We are ready for the final in the MSA British Rallycross Championship. The supercars are on track, with Julian Godfrey on pole, Ollie O'Donovan and Ollie Bennett alongside. Row 2, Jake Harris and Kevin Proctor. Row 3, Andy Grant, Warren Scott and Steve Hill. We are ready to go racing. Lights go green, it's blast off. Who makes the best start? Who will get the lead to the first corner? On board with Steve Hill, it's all crowded ahead of him. And it's Ollie Bennett who leads the way, but he goes wide and Godfrey gets up the inside as Proctor goes even wider. Godfrey takes the advantage. There, getting all crossed up is Harris. And trying to break into the mix as well is Nathan Heathcote. It looks as they go across the loose for the first time. On board with Steve Hill. Kevin Proctor goes for the Joker lap, so also does Steve Hill. Andy Grant likewise. So there, Nathan Heathcote tries to come up now to make a move against Jake Harris. Julian Godfrey it is then who hits the tarmac as the race leader. With him is Ollie Bennett, then Ollie O'Donovan running in third place. Harris runs fourth, and with Warren Scott a non-starter, so Nathan Heathcote into the race. He's had a pretty bleak day, but can he salvage something at the end of it? Let's see, because Nathan Heathcote has got the speed now, seemingly. Godfrey leads the pack out of Honda curve. Second is Ollie Bennett, thinking points. Third is O'Donovan, is really wide. There goes Jake Harris. Nathan Heathcote goes through, blasts through on the inside. The LD Motorsports cars, the Duran family run cars, switch order, and Nathan Heathcote goes through now with a touch of understeer, accelerating his way all the while closer to the back of Ollie O'Donovan just up the road. Julian Godfrey leading the way then, ahead of Ollie Bennett, ahead of a sideways O'Donovan, but Godfrey for the moment not getting away. Ollie Bennett, in fairness, we've talked a lot this year about Warren Scott on his first year of Rallycross. Ollie Bennett, likewise, first season of Rallycross, and he gets better and better and better each time out. Down to the hairpin he comes, closing on the vastly experienced Julian Godfrey under braking. But Godfrey, as he puts the power down, tries to sprint away out of the corner. Nathan Heathcote's almost with them. There is Proctor in the red and white Fiesta, closing on Harris as well now. They make the run up towards the timing line as Ollie Bennett runs second. He's almost 1 second back from Julian Godfrey. Can he claw back that lost time? Godfrey has the advantage. There's that little strip of hard standing as they go across that infield section. They've also got to factor in the Joker lap, and Bennett does it now, gets it out of the way, so he will fall back here behind Ollie O'Donovan. Bennett goes wide, can't afford to lose ground here. Blasts back towards the line. Heathcote was ahead. Back on the inside goes Bennett. Nathan Heathcote briefly third and pushed back down to fourth. On an absolute mission is Bennett. Ollie Bennett goes through there. Next target, Ollie O'Donovan. That puts Bennett now the best of those that have jokered. I think I'm right in saying as to the hairpin comes Julian Godfrey. Hard on the brakes through the hairpin. Nathan Heathcote still looking for a way past for third place once more. To the timing line they come. Julian Godfrey leads the way. Now, is this going to be a 4th victory of the season for him? In the background, getting it wrong, Jake Harris. Heathcote crawling all over the back of Bennett for third place. Steve Hill goes through. There is Andy Grant. They jokered early on and are now struggling to get back into the mix, it seems. Andy Grant not really having the pace in this race. There's Nathan Heathcote. Through the dust he now has to peer. And Heathcote, after a switch of cars midway through the season to the rather more contemporary DS3 chassis, comes through as there. Ollie Bennett is ahead of Ollie O'Donovan. So on the Joker lap, Bennett has gained a place with loads of understeer. Julian Godfrey flings the car into the hairpin. Bennett second, O'Donovan third. So can Ollie Bennett, as they start the last lap, do anything at all about the race leader? In the background is Heathcote fourth, it's Proctor fifth. Out of Honda curve, they're heading towards the loose once more, but this is for the final time. There is Steve Hill. He in turn is closing on Jake Harris. They are not done yet either. So Julian Godfrey serves the Joker lap. The gap was nearly 5 seconds last time because everybody else had served it. There he is rejoining just at the top of the picture. There with understeer is Ollie Bennett, who will slot in behind him. Julian Godfrey then hangs on to the race lead. This is going to be great news for Godfrey in the championship. Another win here. Through they turn. Back onto tarmac. Godfrey leads the pack. Ollie Bennett second. Ollie O'Donovan is third. They're heading towards the end of the race and the end of day one of the action at Pembrey. Julian Godfrey, though, is about to score a race win. This will be his fourth victory of the season. Julian Godfrey wins. Ollie Bennett second. Ollie O'Donovan is third. Confirmation of the results. Julian Godfrey wins from Ollie Bennett, Ollie O'Donovan, and then Nathan Heathcote, Kevin Proctor fifth, and Jake Harris in sixth spot.
Julian, you turned your season around after a difficult start here at Pembrey in round 3, and you've won again here. How does that feel?
It feels real good. Wasn't the best of starts this morning. I was a little bit off the pace, but still third time. So I keep messing up on the interludes, not getting it quite right. But apart from that, it went very, real well.
Oliver, your consistent season keeps delivering another podium finish for you. How's today been?
Yeah, another podium. Today's been difficult, I guess, for me. It's the first ever proper wet race I've had this morning. I did quite enjoy it, actually, so yeah, I don't think that was a bad thing. It was dried up through the day, and then I guess that's where I'm more uncomfortable then.
What does all that do to the championship? It gives a 4-point advantage now to Julian Godfrey over Ollie Bennett. Ollie O'Donovan third, ahead of Kevin Proctor and Nathan Heathcote. Jake Harris, though, up to sixth. The MSA Junior Rallycross Championship always gives action. Tom Llewellyn is on pole position, Tom Constantine alongside him, then Ola Henry Steinsholt on row 1, Sebastian Hoydahl and then James Constantine on row 2. There's Morgan Root and Tom Middleton to factor in at the back as we go racing. Tom Llewellyn on home soil here wants yet another victory. He has been so impressive all season. Only once has he lost out in a final, and that was at Mondello Park to Ola Henry Steinsholt there in the red and white car being forced wide as they go through the first corner. But Llewellyn is away already, building up that advantage. Sebastian Hoydahl, the very experienced cross-carter, up into second, first time out in the championship. Here really to explore what British Rallycross is all about, taking his lead from Ola Henry Steinsholt and acquitting himself very well indeed. So he's up to second as there looks straight away for the Joker lap goes Tom Constantine. Quite a few of them go for the Joker as well then as the cars now work their way across the loose section of circuit. Tom Llewellyn leads the pack. The son of British Rally champion David Llewellyn, who has been a very staunch supporter of his son's junior rallying and Rallycross. Which way, in the fullness of time, will young Tom go? Rallycross or rallying? Let's see. Right now, he is enjoying a stellar season in junior Rallycross as he comes through the hairpin. But here, new to the circuit, new to the car, new to the country, Sebastian Hoydahl is going after him and bringing down the gap. Ola Henry Steinsholt runs third, and then Morgan Root busy defending his fourth place ahead of James Constantine as they come over the line. Tom Constantine is next in the queue, having already served his Joker lap. Tom Middleton likewise. So through Honda curve they go, round the outside there. Middleton on the outside line of route. Does he go through? Side by side, and yes, right round the outside, Tom Middleton gains the place. Brave stuff, that. So it's both the Constantines that jokered on the first lap, apologies, and so now that means that Tom has got some work to do. There, the green car of cousin James chasing on behind him, and this time Tom Middleton goes for the Joker laps. Having just gained a place, he will give it up as Morgan Root goes back ahead of him. Back onto the loose surface then goes 161 Tom Middleton, but up front it's Tom Llewellyn dominating proceedings as he has done so often this year. Winner at Croft, winner at Lyddon, winner at Pembrey. He took one win of the two available at Mondello Park, and he won again at Lyddon last time out. There is Morgan Root getting better and better each time out in the Junior Rallycross Championship. And chasing on behind him, look, number 7 is Tom Constantine, who started on the middle of the front row but has really dropped back. Comes over the line, having jokered early. That looks like it's gone against him, doesn't it? The driver's using all of the available road into turn 1. Honda curve when you run Pembrey the other way around, and that's the order. Llewellyn from Hoydalen from Steinsholt. The two Norwegian drivers chasing the Welshman. Has Llewellyn done enough here to hang on to another race win? Can he make it? 6 from 7. Morgan Root would like a podium if he possibly can, and he turns his way now through the infield section of the circuit. Middleton goes ahead of him though. Tom Middleton from the back of the grid stays ahead of Morgan Root. Remember, before they started to use their joker laps, already through had gone Middleton, and he stays ahead as the lead gap is coming down. There is Sebastian Hoydalen then hunting down the leader, Tom Llewellyn. They come across the line now. Down towards turn 1 for the last time. In the background, way out wide, goes Tom Constantine, and they head up over the line together now. Through they come. Ole Henry Steinsholt coming under attack because Constantine is getting closer and closer and closer. But an amazing debut, you've got to say this, for Hoydalen. He is hunting down Llewellyn for the race lead. The gap is 3 seconds between them, but he might get even closer. Let's see. There is Steinsholt, bouncing his way across the loose, right up behind him. Constantine goes deep into the corner. The race leader, Tom Llewellyn, turning his way back towards the tarmac. He's in the race lead, and it looks as though he's going to be able to hang on in there and score victory. And this is one that he particularly wants. He won here earlier on in the year, but for a Welshman to win in South Wales in the British Championship, it's something that bit more special, isn't it, to win on home soil. Ole Henry Steinsholt there in 3rd place. He's keeping at bay, but only just keeping at bay. Tom Constantine ahead of him, though. Sebastian Hoydalen from the 2nd row doing a great job, and he goes deep into the last corner. Checkered flag at the ready. It's another win. 6 from 7. But Tom Llewellyn, 2nd, goes the way of Sebastian Hoydalen. Then Ole Henry Steinsholt and Tom's Constantine and Middleton. Morgan Root 6th and James Constantine in 7th place. So Tom Llewellyn it is who leads the championship, and that championship advantage now is growing, but it's Ole Henry Steinsholt up to 2nd. The Toyo Tyres MSA British Rallycross Championship is at Pembrey this weekend, and the MSA Supernational Rallycross Championship final has Paige Bellaby, Tony Lynch and Tristan Ovenden on row 1. Guy Corner is ahead of Alan Tapscott on row 2. Mike Howlin, Michael Labedge and Kurt Twyman on the back row of the grid as we go racing. A great start by the V6 Clio from the outside of the front row. Tristan Ovenden it is who blasts away that car with loads of grunt. And Tristan Ovenden, who won at Mondello, who won at Lyddon, leads the pack here. Mike Howlin goes way out wide towards the grass, but he cuts across just ahead of Michael Labedge as they go onto the loose for the first time. Pembrey was very wet and slippery at the start of the day. It's got faster as it's got drier, and that perhaps plays into the hands now of the Clio. Tony Lynch in the Ford car 2nd. He goes for the joker lap, gets that out of the way early on. Now this car, relatively underpowered against the Clio, for example. Perhaps Tony Lynch needed it to be wetter, really, to have a real chance, but let's see how he fares. He's heading to the tarmac as Tristan Ovenden leads then. 2nd is Paige Bellaby. Paige coming here with 3 victories at the start of the season. Croft, Lyddon and winning at Pembrey when we were here earlier on in the year. Down towards the hairpin she comes into that left-hand hairpin as Tristan Ovenden it is who leads the way up towards the line. Bellaby 2nd, Lynch 3rd. There's Alan Tapscott ahead of Mike Howlin, ahead of Guy Corner. Alan Tapscott, who's had all sorts of reliability woes with that Vauxhall early season, now looks like it's a more competitive proposition. Michael Labedge is in the background, Kurt Twyman is behind him, as there Mike Howlin and Guy Corner battle their way through Honda Curve. Howlin stays ahead, the local car dealer then, on home soil, keeping Guy Corner behind him. They hit the loose once more. Tristan Ovenden serving his joker lap. Now is that going to cost him the race lead? Let's see. It's not cost him the lead, but it certainly it has. There is Bellaby ahead. Paige Bellaby goes through and does assume the race lead now. I was about to say Tony Lynch gets closer. That is true, but Paige Bellaby has gone past into the lead of the race now. So Tristan Ovenden drops back. Let's see what happens when Bellaby serves the joker lap down towards the hairpin. The Svelte Lotus Exige leads the way. Turn into the hairpin. Back onto the power now. Great variety in Supernational. Lotus, Renault, Ford, Exige, Clio, and then the car behind. Ovenden, with all the grunt and go, powers through in a straight line. The Clio looming over the Exige as Tristan Ovenden then takes the race lead. Paige Bellaby slips back into second spot, and it's Tony Lynch third as they hit the loose section of the circuit once again here. Dancing their way through that left, right, left sequence. Tony Lynch right there behind the Lotus, and Paige Bellaby in turn is right on the tail of Tristan Ovenden. Now she goes for the Joker lap. Will she rejoin second or fall to third? Let's see. There is Lynch. Does he go second? Yes, he does. Paige Bellaby will rejoin, but behind. Out of the left, out of the right. Back onto the tarmac they come now. Tony Lynch it is, hustling on. The reigning Supernational champion trying to close on Tristan Ovenden, but it looks as though it's going to be the Clio for a third straight win. Tony Lynch had a win at Mondello Park. It was 3 for Paige Bellaby, then a Tony Lynch victory in Ireland, and now looks like it's going to be a third in a row for Tristan Ovenden. There is Michael Labedge through, still pushing on to try and catch Mike Howlin. He's a long way clear of Kirk Twyman now. Down towards the hairpin, Mike Howlin's Fiesta leaning on the suspension. Michael Labedge lifting wheels as he turns through the hairpin and then struggles to find the gear, and therefore the drive coming out of the hairpin. Tristan Ovenden leads the way, but only just. In fairness to Tony Lynch, he is having a really good run here. He's caught right up to the tail of the Renault. Is there a way by through this twisty section that might just help the Ford? More nimble, less powerful. Tristan Ovenden, though, now with all of this tarmac down to the hairpin, can floor the throttle and break away, as in the background Paige Bellaby has fallen a long way adrift of the top two. Through the hairpin, Ovenden set for the race win, set for his third victory of the season in Supernational. Tristan Ovenden wins. Tristan Ovenden from Tony Lynch by just a second. Guy Corner in the end up to third ahead of Alan Tapscott. Paige Bellaby falling to fifth ahead of Mike Howlin. What does all that do to the championship? It's still Paige Bellaby 4 points ahead of Tristan Ovenden now. Guy Corner third, Tony Lynch fourth, and up to fifth, Alan Tapscott. The action here at Pembrey continues. Tomorrow we race in the opposite direction.